Okay, hello everyone. It's been a while, and I apologize for that. I was busy house sitting, so it wasn't quite working out trying to make a video there with the setup. And so this is actually the introduction to a new video I'm going to try to do a lot of, which is going to be called Out of the Redbox. You know, out of the Redbox. Okay. Anyways, it is when I pick movies out of Redbox that no one, including myself, has probably ever heard of, and I watch them, gruel through the entire movie, and then review it. So today's review is of Playdate. First off, do not listen to Redbox. This movie is not a horror. It is definitely a thriller. I believe it is marked correctly on IMDb, but it says horror on Redbox, which is a lie, a blatant lie. So don't believe Redbox. Okay, people out there? Alright, now let's get into the review. Besides the fact that Redbox saying it was a horror and how the image looked, which also kind of made me believe it was a horror, the movie was mediocre at best. So a lot of these movies that I'm going to be doing this on are going to be terrible. So a mediocre rating is, in all honesty, very good, I would say. When I was watching the movie, I kept thinking, the main girl in this looks very familiar. And then did some researching here, which let's see here, I'll go to IMDb this because I forgot again. Let's just do that while we're on here. So first of all, IMDb says it is a TV movie, and it does say it is a thriller. So I was thinking the whole time, the main actress in this looks very familiar. Everyone else, nothing. You probably have never seen them anywhere. And so, pull her up here. Oh, she's in Queen of the Damned, Runaway Jury, Firestarter 2, and Grey's Anatomy, which is Dr. Emma Marling. If anyone recognizes that name, I did not watch Grey's Anatomy very much. She was also in Shameless, so she's a big-time TV actor. She's been in a lot of TV shows. Her name is, Marguerite Moreau. I hope the first name I got that correctly. So she is the only big name in this movie, which for a random Redbox movie is more than normal. Most of them are people you've never ever heard of. So let's move on. This movie was very predictable on what was going to happen, but they try to throw a couple things at you that kind of throw you off who is the actual bad guy in the film. So without any spoilers, the acting throughout is pretty decent, which again is a step up from how most of these movies are going to be. What I thought, backtrack a little here, the best part about renting these movies is going to be the trailers, and that's because you're going to see crazy trailers of crazy movies no one has ever heard of. Like one, it was called Ghost Quake. I suggest looking up the trailer on YouTube. And then there was one, I think it was the Bunny Man Massacre or something like that. That movie looks like it would be worth a watch just because it's a dude in a bunny suit killing a bunch of people. So besides decent acting, trailers were good. There's not much else in this movie. I was thinking the whole time, oh my gosh, this is so slow. When are things going to actually pick up? And to answer that question, I think it was about an hour and 5 minutes in to when you actually start seeing action and killing and things like that. I think I actually timed it. It's an hour and 25 minutes long. The last 20 minutes are when everything unfolds and when people start dying and things like that. So for a movie that's not very good, that would mean about 90% of your movie is very slow, very boring. The movie's not terrible, so if you're really into a slow thriller type of movie, this movie might be for you if you like renting random Redbox movies. I think it's definitely going to be better than the next one I probably choose. But the disappointing part of this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler, so Spoiler alert. Alright. The killer, I'm not going to give that much away because this is only a little spoiler. The killer is actually the worst actor in the entire movie, which was very disappointing. I guess it's probably kind of hard to play the dark, person in a movie. You have those lines you have to say which make you menacing, and not everyone can stand up to it. So seeing as this is a TV movie, and it was out of Redbox and never released cinematically, then obviously we can't hold him up to too much. I believe most of the people in this movie are TV actors, so it makes sense that it is a TV movie. They overthought everything in this movie with all the twists they try to throw at you. They try to make you think, oh, this person's bad, oh, this person's bad, who's it gonna be? And then in the end, you're just like, whoa, what the hell, just show me already, because I really would like some entertainment. Another thing, and the last thing I'm going to end on here, is what I thought was really funny. As I was like, this movie had to have had the lowest budget. There was almost no special effects with blood, things like that. All the killings are very subtle, where it's not going to cause a lot of blood. There's no gruesome attacks or anything like that, and that makes sense. It's a thriller. But I looked it up on IMDb, and I believe it was a huge amount of money compared to how I felt about the movie. Let's scroll down here. Let's see. The budget for this movie was... Okay, the budget for this movie was $4 million. Okay, that's not that much for a movie, but if you watch this movie and you hear that, you're gonna think, where did all the money go? Did they pay all those big-time TV actors a ton of money to make this movie? Because other than some corn syrup and food coloring, I don't see very many special effects going in here. I mean, it's a thriller. There's nothing too crazy. There's just normal people, cars, houses. Filming equipment is expensive, I'm sure, but as all of you know, the dude who made Paranormal Activity made it for $15,000. And that had more special effects than this movie. So... this movie was probably a very big bust and a big waste of money. In the end, though, like I said, if you're into random movies and thrillers that are really slow and don't have much happen until about an hour and 5 minutes, definitely check out this movie. If not, wait until the next one, and maybe there'll at least be more gratuity or something to look at. Thank you.